All right, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Good to see you all. Hopefully everyone's having an exciting Friday. Friday. Weekend is right around the block. Looks like a beautiful day here in New York. Guess what? We're going to have another crappy weekend. I feel really bad for the people that are renting these $1-million homes out in the Hamptons. They just obviously haven't had a good, even Labor Memorial Day, I remember, was like 50 degrees. But you know what? There's no safer place than being here in the Cyber Group room. We got a great morning so far. A lot of greens on the watch list. Couple of really good stocks that are making some decent moves. We had a pretty decent day yesterday, so we're going to cover some of those stocks really quick. Let me just share my screen over here with the Cyber Group room, because apparently you guys don't see it. There you go. All right, there we go. Leaders already calling the CLOV. We're going to check that one out. The LIZIs also moved pretty decently this morning too, and we're going to check that one out on the level 4. Anyway, we got a lot of new members here that are joining us. We finished the Wealth 365. We killed it. Everybody wants to learn how to day trade. I guess they're realizing that some of the other things are not as easy. So they're saying, you know what, maybe go down back to basics. So let me start saying, you know what, maybe options a little complicated. So I got some great mentors, futures, Forex, been doing it for 3 months, 2 months, not working out. Hell, some people doing it for a year. I'd like to welcome all of you. I know a lot of people are going to be starting on Monday, so it's going to be pretty exciting here at the Cybertrade University. Remember, if you are new here, your only thing you're supposed to do is watch. This is not a teaching room. This is a trading room. If you want to learn how to do it, talk to our education advisor. I'll tell you how. Let's talk about some of the stocks that are moving yesterday, that we had some pretty decent moves. Before we start jumping ahead, we had a great late mover in BBIG. For some of you that were not here, this stock literally ran from $3 all the way up, and it kind of stunk because it stopped around 3 o'clock. I know when Josh started the meeting right around 2:30, you could see it had a really beautiful shake right here. And what was nice about it, if you noticed, there was some really good consolidation. There was some really nice iceberg orders. And you know we teach you this in class. The longer it holds there, the longer it tests it, the more shares, eventually it's going to pop. So I know a lot of you able to jump in right after the meeting, right around 380, and made a nice little, basically a nice little 50-cent run right there. Cheap little stock. You know, I always get it. People ask me, oh, do you need a lot of money to do this? Hell no. Did you need a lot of money to trade this stock? I mean, like, that's what the misconception is. And I always kind of remind everybody, you don't need a lot of money to do that. Anyone that tells you basically is not a professional trader. You know, I've been doing this for 25 years, and you know, like I always have to remind everybody, I was a market maker. That's what I did. And it's all about risk to reward. There's a business, you treat it like a business. Very nice move yesterday. Another stock also that's been doing good for us, not only as a day trade, but it became a pretty good swing trade, the VERB. It kind of crapped out right around here, around 130, but who cares, because we don't trade at 130 anyway. But you could see 930 had a nice spike, went right back down. Then around 11 o'clock, did another nice spike for about another 50 cents. Did its little shake right here, and went from 330 all the way to 390. And then you could see it had a triple top, and then boom, the thing came back down. Kind of little, if you remember what I was talking about yesterday with that stock, I said, people, traders, try not to get too cocky with it. Take the money and run, and this is a clear example of why that happens. AMC also. That was another one that was on our watch list yesterday in the morning. You can see right at the gate, 9:30, things just popped from 32 all the way up to 37. And then it had a late afternoon run, actually going in the after hours. Some guy was talking about it. My nephew sent me this text. Let me see what he sent to me. I don't know who this guy is. Hold on. There's so many, you know, influencers out there in the market. Who's this guy? The Picture Perfect, $32 bounce. That's the guy's name. This guy I follow has been blowing up. He has on Fox today. So the guy was on Fox. I don't know if you guys could see this, but I don't know, this guy right here. I don't know who that guy is, but that's really who he is. All right, anyway. But anyway, that stock moved pretty nicely yesterday. That was on the morning watch list too. I was a little concerned because it broke this major support level right there, and that's where I kind of like got a little hairy. It came back down, but I guess once you get these influencers coming in there, they popped it up. But you got to remember, the stock is literally down, went as low as down 50% from its highs. Another stock that did pretty well too yesterday, very slow, cheap stock, you know, not the greatest, but here's a stock that you could trade several thousand shares of it. Had a nice little push, this CIDM. Not one of our most impressive days, you know, on a Thursday. I feel like now, as we get closer to the summer now, you know, August is, you know, a really great time to learn. Like, we're going late July, August, great time to learn. You know, shockingly, we've been having a really good summer with some really stocks up 200, 300%, 500% in a day. You can go back and you'll always back test and see where we've been. But we've been having a really good morning, a really good summer so far. But when we get this time of the year, you want to get prepared, because I'm going to remind everybody, September, October, and November are the best 3 months of the year. And the last thing you want to do, and you know you've been here for a long time, for all the Cyber Group members, you don't want to be learning at the best times of the year, especially going to be going into a new election year, which is not really an election, 2020 is. We're worried about COVID, what's going to happen with the kids getting mask mandates. You know, we're seeing what's happened in Cuba, you know, a lot of politics, earnings this week. You know, you're seeing companies blow out. Mindora really made a nice little pop right here after hours. I'm really ticked off. I wanted to buy that stock yesterday too on a swing trade, and I got distracted and I did something else. I'm just really, was so upset about that stock. That would have been a nice 20-point move right there on that stock, but that was more of a swing trade. Anyway, let's go through the watch list that we got going on this morning. So anyway, the stock that looked pretty interesting was the LIZI. And, you know, when I went on the iceberg watch list, I went on level 4, you know, I saw a couple of big orders out here. There was this guy right here that got executed right around here, around 655. He was out there at 845. Looks like he's got filled, but like a lot of orders are coming in. So I'm like, you know, I'm not really completely sold on it. It was one of the stocks that was probably one of my, a little better on my profiles, but it was on the A list. I'm probably going to throw it on a B list. Lita, I know you called out this stock right here, COVID. It spiked, but I don't know. It's got resistance levels from yesterday at 10 a.m. at 870. Stock was fun, though. You remember we traded in June. This thing ran from, you know, $10 to $30. So, but it's at a good support level. We got to see that trend consistent. Charles says Mara popped. Yeah, Mara, that is a false breakout. You know, listen. You got to look at yesterday's resistance levels. There's probably a bunch of iceberg orders out there too, hovering right around that 25, and you can see how it just came right back down. But this stock, GLGL, not really too crazy. It's sold about. It's got resistance levels right around here at $1. Probably going to put that on the B list. XELA, not terrible. Let me go load it up and get the list over here. XELA, let me load up my level 4, let that data run. So this one doesn't look terrible. This one's got a really nice push around 7 o'clock, start around 3 o'clock. It's already at 380, testing the highs right here. Not bad. Okay, so all right, so we got some orders we got to deal with right now. We got a nice 34,000 share seller at 380 and another 44,000 right around there. Let me zoom out. Okay, so you got a really big, okay, so this is the guy you got to watch out for. There's a 144,000 share seller at $4. So you could see right there, it's getting close to that 4. And when it hit in the past, it backed off. You could see back in March, 4 was resistance, and also late in July, beginning of July. So if it gets past that guy, I'm going to keep an eye on it. And you guys know this, if you're in the Cyber Group room, how many times you see big iceberg orders? We're focused on it. And when those big iceberg orders get done, damn, these things take off. And by the way, for ones out there that think those are fake orders, please, I beg you, come in my trading room. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, please come in my room. Let me show you how fake they are when they come up. And we'll use your money and we'll test it out with when we see those 500,000 share orders. See if you tell me how fake it is. MRIN stock's been really treated really well. It's crapping out right now. Had a really nice push this morning, but you know, we've been trading this stock. Great little short squeeze. $1.50, stock ran to 25. It was such a fun stock to trade. It's back down to 10. By the way, day trading means you're in and out this same day. Okay, so when people ask me like, well, why is it down to 10? Was that 25? I don't care, and I don't want to know. And you could talk to swing traders about that. But day trading, we get in and out the same day. That's how we basically trade and do it. But that one also looks pretty good. AMC, I want to put on the watch list, and Marrow, maybe we'll keep it on. Other than that, it's Friday. Fridays are not a great day. You know, me and Josh talk about this all the time in the morning. Take your money and run. Don't get too cocky. Don't get too greedy. You know, just make what you can make and call it a day, and that's about it. But you know, sometimes out of nowhere, these things come up around 9:35. You know, after we get these slingshots that go on the morning when all this chaos happens, and they get a good push. But other than that, if I could just make a couple of bucks this morning, I want to enjoy the week. I'm going to the Yankee Red Sox game tonight, so looking forward to that. I heard they closed the game yesterday because of COVID. Hopefully this thing doesn't start up over again, but really looking forward to that game. So I'm going to make my money, enjoy, and then, you know, go to the game. Anyway, anything I'm missing that I did not call out? Anything? Oh, yes, it is going to be my first Yankee Red Sox game. Very historic. They're always interesting games. You're more than welcome. All right, Frandy, nice to talk to anyone on YouTube, Facebook. All right, guys, so listen, we'll be back here at 2:30 on YouTube and Facebook, broadcasting live. Cyber Group members, remember, you see something, you say something, and if you're new here as a trial member, please talk to Education Advisor. Make sure you went through your orientation. Make sure he walked you through what to see, what you're supposed to observe. You want to get the best experience as possible being in a cyber group room, because I know a lot of you want to do this, but a lot of you really don't qualify. But you should be learning it, or maybe you still understand it. But trust me, when you see what goes on, you're going to love what we do. So enjoy it, and hopefully you can be part of our family. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. If I don't see you, enjoy your weekend. See you back here on Monday.